Yo, Kpace Girl here. What's going on, YouTube? Today I took over Kpaceguy's channel and we're going to be putting up a projector.
Taking over Kpaceguy channel. No, you're not. Yo, Kpaceguy here. Welcome back to my channel. She's not taking that over. Not happening. But who this is Holly. This is my girl. This is Holly, and I brought her over here because she's actually going to help me put the projector that she's sitting in front of right now. Thank you, thank you. This is our projector screen. I told you guys that we're gonna have a projector screen to go up on the wall. If you haven't seen my past couple of videos, I just got a projector from Icodus, the T700 that they gave to me to review. Absolutely fantastic. So if you want to see that projector, go back and watch that video. But we have a projection screen here. We're gonna unbox it, tell you how to fix it, tell you how I picked it, all that good stuff, which one I picked. We're gonna tell you all that, and she's gonna help me put it together. So if you like that kind of stuff, stay tuned. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do right now, of course, is get this box open and we're gonna see what's inside. So the screen that I chose was the Elite screen. If you don't mind, go ahead and opening the straps here. So what I got, guys, was Elite Screen's Star Frame Projection Screen. And I chose this one for two reasons. Now this is Amazon exclusive, so you can only get this on Amazon or maybe their site. But I chose this one for two main reasons. One, there are a lot of cheaper, oh, this is gonna take a long time to get open. Oh man. So there are a lot of cheaper screens on Amazon or anywhere you want to get, but there also are a lot of much more expensive. Is it open on that side there? Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll open it from that side. There are much more expensive ones that you can get too. And then for me, I don't have a very expensive projector as of yet, so I don't need a very expensive projector screen. But I chose this one because it was in the middle of the road. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't the highest quality. It was right in the middle. I think that's perfect. We haven't trouble figuring this out. This thing is really boxed up. Let's figure out which way is the best way to get. Here we go. Let's open it from this side. Yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. It's a double lock. Oh man. I'm about to make a mess. The other reason why I chose to. This is really in there. Oh buddy, cut. All right, got the box out of the other box. It's a little bit easier to work with. But like I was saying, the other reason why I got this screen here. This is a 100-inch screen. And it also has a gain of 1.1. If you guys aren't familiar with what gain is a very important factor when you're buying, let's put all this kind of out here. Gain is very important when you're buying a projector screen because gain is how much light the projector is going to reflect. So if you have a gain of 1.0, your projector light is what the screen is going to reflect. If it's 4,000 lumens, your screen is going to give you 4,000 lumens. If your gain is 0.8, you're going to get 80% of how much the projector can give you. If you get a gain of 1.2, then you're getting 120% of what the projector can give you. So the more gain, the brighter your screen's going to be. And that's good and bad. The more gain you have, the less viewing angles you have. So I chose for 1.1. I need just a little bit more light, but not too much where it changes my performance on my screen here. So that's the screen there itself. Let's get this box out of the way. I'm super excited. So this is my first time ever, of course, having a screen or anything of the sort. I've never had a projector in any of my homes that I've lived in. So this is for the first time, unedited buyers, how to set up a projection screen. And again, I got the Elite Screen's Star Frame or Sable frame from Amazon. This cost me $148 even, free shipping, no taxes. And I got the white screen. And if you're unfamiliar with screens, they come in white or they come like a graphite gray, and they make a big difference in performance. A white screen is going to be more reflective. It's going to give you a lot more pop in your colors, but they don't produce blacks as well as a gray screen. So if you want to emphasize on blacks and HDR and things like that, you may want a gray screen. They're not as bright, but they give you more detail in darker scenes. Well, that's kind of nice. Holly, we got a lot of stuff here. I'm kind of getting nervous. I'm not sure how to do this. So I don't know about you guys out there, but I'm not opposed to reading instructions, especially when I don't know what I'm doing. I know people don't like to read the manual, but in this case, we don't need this manual. All right, so what we did was lay the frame
outline out. That's the first instructions you want to do. And then Holly is showing you right now, first step you're gonna do is just slide these brackets in as so. Slides into place. That's the first step you're gonna do. Just start getting that structure together. And then there are some small 90-degree angles here. There's a 2-piece per corner, and we're gonna figure out how they go in. They're gonna hold the edges here together. Alright, so while I was putting those together, Holly's actually went to the next step there, and she's putting in those 90-degree angle brackets here that's going to hold the corners in. You can see she's done that side there. And they're pretty easy and simple to put in. You just screw them tight to the frame. She's actually struggling right now on this one. Holly, why are you struggling? Oh my gosh. So Holly's finishing up with tightening up the corners here. She's actually tearing my screen up right now. But the next instructions that we have here, what we need to do next is unroll the screen and get ready to put them on the springs that are going to keep them in place. Now the screen, I'll go ahead and move the camera to it. The screen, I really appreciate them rolling it. If you get a screen in your box that's folded, you're going to have a hard time with the screen. You don't want a folded screen because you're going to have a whole bunch of wrinkles in your screen here. So mine, as you can see, is completely rolled up on this PVC. It's exactly how you want it to come in. So that's how you know that the manufacturer really cares about their product and they care about you. So we're gonna get this, what did you say?
And it has foam in it.
And it has some foam protection because you don't want to touch the screen with your bare hands because you're gonna get your oils and stuff on it, and that's gonna reflect when you're watching your movies and watching your TV. So we're gonna actually put some gloves on, I have some, and we're gonna roll this screen and get started with the next step. Different rods here, tension rods. They're gonna hold the screen structure in place. And so you can see Holly back there now. What she's doing is putting the smaller rods, actually the bigger rods, go on the side here. So you have two longer rods like this, and then you have 4 short ones. And the 4 short ones go on the cross, and then the long ones go on the side there. So she's doing that side there, and I'm gonna do my side. Alright, so when you're putting your tension rods in, you're going to be careful because these holes where your springs go, when you're putting your rods through, they want to come through that hole there. So you want to be careful and feed it through without ripping that hole, or you're going to have an issue when it comes to putting in your tension rod and your springs. So you want to be careful. And you got to remember there's 2 on both sides. This can be a little bit tricky and a little bit time consuming, but it's possible. Alright, we got the rods in, all 6 of them now, and the next step we need to do is put the springs that hold the screen in place, which I think Holly has the bag. You have the bag with you, Holly? You're going to have these springs. If you get this model, of course, there's a whole bunch of springs that you're going to use. Thank you very much. Look just like that. You're going to feed them into the holes of the material. There's a long side and a short side. And see if I can show you that really quickly. It's hard to see. There's a longer side and a shorter side. And you're going to feed the longer side into the material, Holly?
Yep.
And then the shorter side into the frame. That's what's going to keep the frame, or excuse me, the screen onto the frame. It's also going to stretch it out to make it as tight as possible. So you want to be careful with this because you don't want to break your hole, because if you do, you're going to be in some serious trouble. You may have to make your own hole, which will probably obscure how this sits on the frame. But what we're going to do now is go ahead and put all the pieces together, and we should have just about everything in place. Alright guys, so we got all the springs in, and there's a few steps I definitely recommend you following. So on the pictures, it's going to tell you to do the corners first, and then through 3 of the top and 3 at the bottom, so that you don't have so much trouble putting in the rest of them. Now the tension rods, their purpose is for the hooks to hook on the rods. You don't want to hook them into the rubber themselves, or you're going to end up ripping them, which we did a couple times. But it's okay because the frame is bigger than the screen, so it's going to cover up on the other side so you don't see that you ripped it. So you can see it still gives you a perfect rectangle. They give you extra springs, so if you end up losing them or you need to make new holes, which we had to as well, you can do that. So it's actually pretty easy to put these in. Once you get the corners and the top bottom in, you're going to be perfectly fine putting the rest of them in. I do recommend having 2 people to do it because one person needs to be able to stretch the screen while the other person feeds the holes in. The next step that we're going to do, which is going to probably break us up, is putting this tension rod right here in the middle. You can see that it's longer than the frame. So what we need to do is one person's going to be feeding this into the screen. The other person's going to be pulling the bottom of the frame to fit that much of it in. I'll zoom in on it for you. You can see, can you move your sock out the way? There we go. All right, so that's how much left we have to fit into the frame. So you can see how long it is. So we're gonna try not to fight each other while we try to stretch this frame in. Alright, so we got the tension rod in, the middle piece there, and let me tell you right now, unless you are a behemoth, unless you are the world's strongest man, world's strongest woman, you're not getting that rod in by yourself. It says it recommends 2 people. No, you have to have 2 people. And even with 2 people, we couldn't do it. So you guys saw what we did was take out 2 of the springs on the edges there, and then hammer it in. It is far, far, far easier. We would have never gotten this middle piece in, but it's very important to have because that's the structure of your screen. That's going to keep it from bending and wobbling and all that good stuff. So we got that part in. The last step we need to do is go ahead and put the brackets on that we're going to use to put it on the wall here, and then we're going to have ourselves a screen. So let's get after it.
Did you make sure 8 wasn't where a bracket is down there? Did you make sure 8 inches is not on a bracket down there? 8 inches in on the screen. Did you make sure that it's not going to be on a bracket?
We're putting the brackets where we want them.
No, not on a bracket.
Oh, on the screen? We don't know that yet.
Yeah,
we'll just move it.
We need to know that. Because you're putting the screws in.
Well, we won't know that unless you bring the screen.
No, because you can use the tape measure.
Okay, so look. So this is 92 inches. Alright guys, so we have the screen on the wall, and let me tell you, I didn't record a lot of it because it was actually, the hardest part was getting the brackets to be level so that your screen wasn't tilted on one side or the other. It was actually very difficult. That was the most difficult part out of it all. And of course me and Holly, she's sitting there, we do our little elbows at each other a couple times, but it gets frustrating honestly when you have to continue to try to get the measurements right for the brackets. So definitely take your time and make sure your measurements are right the first time, because we did it, we tried, then we were like off an inch on one side, but we eventually got it up there. So it's something weird to note. Alexa, turn on the living room lamp. So if you see here, you may not be able to see it on the screen. Let me brighten it down for you. You can kind of tell that it's skinnier from the top and it gets kind of fatter at the bottom, but it doesn't do that on any of the other angles. And so I'm kind of wondering, is the frame just longer on the bottom, or is the projector just off? So we're gonna play around with that. I have an idea of how to fix that, and I'll tell you guys that in a later video, but I just wanna show you guys the screen that we got it up, and I'm super happy with it. It makes a night and day difference with color and clarity and stuff when you have a screen versus putting it on a wall, especially mine, because mine is textured. So it didn't help anything at all. The screen's not this washed out. I have my brightness up on my camera, so it looks much better than what you guys are seeing. I just had the brightness up so I could talk to you guys. But everything is set in stone. I'm actually really happy. And again, this is an elite screen, the Amazon version, 100-inch. And what I'm gonna do, I thought I was gonna fill the borders in right there, but I'm not going to. I don't mind it, so I'm gonna leave it like it is. But I absolutely love it already. We're gonna watch some movies, play some games on there, and we'll definitely do some more videos on there, home theater videos, all that good stuff, guys. So I try to give you guys a fun video. I threw in Holly in there. She hasn't been on the channel very much, so everybody give a special thanks to Holly. She's really mad at me right now. She really hated how long it took. And I can't blame her. It did take a long time. But guys, if you're looking for a screen, this is a really good screen. It's cost me $148. It's not a bad price at all for what you get. A lot of positive reviews. Elite screen is really good. They have some really high-end screens, so I knew this one would be good as well. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up because I'm tired and haven't eaten, and she's mad and tired and hasn't eaten. You know how girls get. They're hangry whenever they don't eat. Don't lie. Focus on you. Look at her face. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and a comment down below. What do you think about this screen? What do you think about the process of it? And what do you think about Holly? Leave me a comment down below. What do you think about Holly? Is she a keeper? Let me know. Don't be rude, I will block you. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. Likes make a difference on YouTube. That's how YouTube knows if you're doing well or not. So leave a like if you really appreciate the channel. Also, leave me a comment down below. What do you guys think about projection screens? What do you think about the screen right here? And also, hit that subscribe button for more, because I have some more fun videos coming up on the channel. Don't miss it. We'll see you later, guys. Kpaceguy out.
Kpaceguy out.
Peace. Alright, so I almost forgot to mention the winner of the giveaway. And I have it boxed up already, sitting right here in this really big box. So whoever wins this is what box you're going to be looking to get. Pretty big box. If you weren't a part of that giveaway, what we did, let me get the camera straight again. Alright, so what we did, I had 12 acoustic bass traps that I was going to give away to a winner. And all you had to do on Monday's video, let me get this camera straight for you. There we go. All we had to do was leave me a comment down below and let me know what made you subscribe and what video did you subscribe on. And so you left that in the comments, and I went through and I picked a winner. And to be honest with you, it was really hard to pick, but I've made a decision. So the winner of my 12 foam bass traps for your home is going to be Kay Saunders. I absolutely appreciate this comment from you. It took me so long to debate between a couple of them, and I almost thought of doing a first and a second place, but I decided just to do it to one. And I really appreciate you, Kay Saunders, for that comment. It really meant a lot to me. You've been here for a while. I recognize your name every time I see it in the comment section, so I notice you. I notice all you guys. But I really appreciate the comment. I appreciate everybody who entered into the giveaway. It really made me happy. We have just over 4,500 subscribers now, and I am just absolutely ecstatic for it, guys. And we're gonna keep growing with you, with me. We're gonna make it. So, guys, thank you, Kay Saunders, and everybody else who entered for the giveaway. Thank you guys for watching the video for this long. It's been a freaking blast. And stay tuned for tomorrow because I got more videos to come. So, guys, take care. We'll see you later. Peace.